Hello. This video is to show a new member of the coreBOS family that has arrived this week. Basically, it's a Chrome extension that you can install in Chrome. You get this icon up here on the right, as you can see, this little coreBOS icon. And the functionality is that you can capture information from the browser screen into the fields that appear here. Okay, if I click on the icon here, you see that we get a form basically with a module, a list of modules, a list of coreBOS installs that we have, and the link field, the description field, and some custom fields. And you can capture information from the screen and send it to those coreBOS. So it's really kind of a quick way to get information from the screen into your coreBOS. Let's start with the configuration settings, and then we'll show the functionality. If you once installed, if you go over here to your menu, there's this extensions option, and you can install it here. This is I'm going to create it in the, I'm going to register it in the web store, so you'll be able to install it directly from there. You know, searching here and the extensions and just kind of clicking and installing. The repository is on GitHub, so you can actually install it from there also. Okay. So once you have it installed, you can click here on details and come over here to options, and this screen will appear. This screen is where we configure the different modules and coreBOS that we want to send the information to. It's divided in 3 sections, basically the coreBOS or endpoints that we want to send the information to, the modules that we support, and the custom fields that are on those modules. Okay, so let's start with the top. Here we have this coreBOS URLs. Basically, it's a label and the real URL, so that when the user clicks here, he can select from something that makes sense to them, not just the URL. And then we have a secret and a key. Let's see what this is about. This is basically that coreBOS has. And we start with the functionality. Let's come over here to the feature list, and I'm going to select this here and click. Okay, let's clear this one. I'm going to click on the C here, which is clear, and C here. Okay, so we have a clean form. Okay, I'm going to select this text here and open the screen. Okay. Okay, that was okay. Let's clear that again. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I have this text selected here, and I can press on the P button here, which is paste, and what it's going to do is going to capture this text, and it's going to permit me to enter it into the field the same way I could put here, and I could select this, or I could have, I don't know, select this down here and do the same thing. So I could paste here this text down here. Okay, so basically it's a kind of a simple way to capture the main field of a module and the description field. Okay, this is basically the link field that all the modules have. That's usually mandatory, and we need to create that module, that field. Okay, so here we have this module list, and here we have the destination where we're going to send this information. Okay, coreBOS has a CSRF check, which doesn't let you send information directly from any form. Okay, so if we send this to cbdnorm, which is an install that I have here on my local machine, I'm going to get this error. This is telling me that that we can't do this. That's an invalid call. Okay, it's a security issue. So here, this is why we need this secret and this key. Okay, if not, coreBOS is not going to let you send information like that randomly. The key is here in this directory here, in your install. When you install coreBOS, in this case I installed it in my web server in this directory, coreBOS test. Here you have a directory which is include CSRF magic. Okay, in this directory we have a few files that implement the security check that I just showed you. When you install your coreBOS, this file CSFR secret PHP does not exist. The first time you launch your coreBOS, it will see that it doesn't exist and it will create it for you. Inside there's a random string which is used for implementing the functionality. Okay, this is the secret that you need to put in your secret key here. Okay, this is kind of a security risk. I mean, you are sharing a code that will permit anybody that has it to actually be able to send forms from outside. So you have to be careful with this number. I mean, just don't show it to anybody. Obviously, once it's in the browser, anybody that has access to the browser can read it and see it. But I mean, you are kind of putting it on trusted machines, and you should be kind of careful. The other thing is that since it is kind of a security risk, to be able to do this kind of thing, you have to go to the code also in the same directory here in this include CSFR magic. We have another file which is the CSFR magic PHP. This is the one that actually does all the work. And on line 105 we have this string here, which is CSFR key. This key is usually set to false, and it doesn't permit you to send information using the key method. You have to set here a key. Obviously, the more secure, the harder to guess, the better. And then you go back to your extension and you put that key. Once you have those two in place, you should be able to get the form just like we did before, fill in the information, and let's put banking here. This is the industry and the accounts, and we're going to send it to CB test, which does have that information filled in. And as you can see, I get the information I pasted into the organization name, I get industry set, and I get the description set. Okay, so this is basically what you need to do if you want to send the information to your coreBOS. We'll see the post virus next. Okay, then we have the modules. What modules do you want to support when you open that list? In this case, I have accounts, which is the label and the module name, the internal module name, and the mandatory link field. This is the title here. So I have accounts and title and description and industry, which we'll see now. If I click on support, the tickets, title and description always stay the same, but this title actually changed to ticket title. This is basically the label and the module, because the label and the module internal name could be different. I mean, we could have CB questions. You could want, maybe let's add a new one. I'm going to click here on the add button, and I'm going to add here business question, but internally it's CB question. So basically the distinction here is that you want your users to see business question and not CB question, but you actually have to send CB question and not business question, so we need both. And the mandatory field, whatever that module main field is, I don't remember. Okay, I'm going to eliminate this one because it was just to test. Okay, so the last one is the mandatory fields, the custom fields, sorry. It's this list here that you want to create down here. What other fields do you want your users to be able to fill in? Let's add a new one. Other phone, for example. Other phone, if I inspect here, will probably be other phone, is exactly the name of the field that we want to fill in. So we come over here, we click on the add button again, and we add other phone and other phone, and that's on the accounts module. Remember to click, unselect that. If not, it doesn't save. And then we put save, and now if I open this up, I should have the other phone here, and I can put anything I want here, and that should send. Okay, wrong endpoint, CB test, whatever, and I have other phone filled in. So you can actually kind of fill in all of the forms, all the fields that you need. Okay, once you have this configured, basically it's just a question of filling in the information, as we've seen. And here I have a post vars. Post vars is basically just a simple, very simple PHP script which I created, which whatever you send, whatever information you send it, it would just show it for you on screen. So that was just so you can see that I can actually send this information to wherever I want. I mean, we don't have to send it to coreBOS. You can actually send it to any script, and you can see that that script will get the information that we send it. The idea here is that you could create a web service web form, some custom form where you could capture the information for various modules and kind of distribute it and just click and send and create 2 or 3 records in different modules, or you could send it to a React admin portal doing, I don't know, some other actions or whatever you need. So it is kind of open. In fact, you could even use it to send information somewhere else, to another application that has nothing to do with coreBOS actually. Anyway, I hope that helps.